Hi everyone, I am here with a Bible reading. I got our prayer list, I just got it done. So let me go through the names on our prayer list today. Michelle needs prayer, Michelle Watkins. She has shingles and pneumonia right now. Plus she is a widow and lives alone, just her and her fur baby, and Michelle gets very lonely, and her family isn't no help to her, and she's just always on her own, and she's got chronic illnesses, she's always sick, and now with pneumonia and shingles both at the same time. She's in a lot of pain and just got out of the hospital again yesterday for it. Please keep Sherm in your prayers. Sherm has been having a rough time. He had a really rough night last night. His mom's birthday was the other day, and he was really emotional last night and couldn't sleep. There's more behind that, because some family members have been saying bad things to him about him not being a good son and everything, and really upsetting him. So please pray for Cindy Welsh. She's been having a lot of pain. Please pray for Dora Carper. She's a widow and lives alone, and she's been getting sick a lot lately, so please keep her in your prayers. Please pray for my friend Mike. Mike has Crohn's disease really bad, and he needs prayer because he sent an application to get a special medicine that he needs for his Crohn's disease, and it's really expensive, and they're trying to get assistance to help get it. And we want to pray that Mike is approved for that because he really, really needs this medicine. He sent the application in a day or two ago. Please pray for my mom, Rhonda Karshner. She's going through a lot, worrying about losing her house because she was just renting, but now the house is probably going to be sold, and she's all worried about that and worried about finding somewhere to go and everything, because I think they want to stay around that area. It's always hard when you have to move, and we're hoping she doesn't have to move, but it's looking like that might happen. So please keep her in your prayers. Please keep Elizabeth Jeffries in your prayers. She's a friend of ours. She just turned 80, and we haven't seen her or heard from her in a while, but we know she's still doing okay. But please keep her in your prayers. Please pray for my dad, Randy Post, and his girlfriend, Jody Mahorder. Dad's always working. He like works day and night. He never takes time for himself, never gets a break. He's always doing stuff to help the veterans and other people. So please keep him in your prayers. He helps people, veterans with drug addictions and stuff, to help them get off drugs and everything. And sometimes that can be really dangerous. So please keep him in your prayers. Please pray for Barb Post. She's still in the nursing home. It looks like she will be there indefinitely, and she's not doing any better. She's got a chronic illness, an immune disorder. That's my stepmom, and she has a lot of severe pain at times, and she can't write very good or at all anymore, and she's having trouble seeing even. So please keep her in your prayers. She's going through a lot. Please keep April and Linda Thacker in your prayers. Linda lost her husband, which was April's dad, a few months ago, so please keep them in your prayers. And plus Linda is really sick, and April's both really sick as well with chronic illnesses. Please keep my friend Tabitha in your prayers. She has depression and anxiety, which I have as well, and so does Sherm. And I know how bad that can be at times, because I've had some really, really low, hard times, and my anxiety is always through the roof, and I know how that is. So I know she needs a lot of prayer for that. And her son Brantley, please keep Brantley in your prayers. Brantley's dealing with an ear infection right now. He's just a little fellow. I know how ear infections are too, and for little kids, they're going to cry and their ears going to hurt. I don't know if she's tried putting sweet oil on a cotton ball and putting it in his ear or not, but that actually does help with the pain, because my mom told me about it, and I done it, And every time my nieces or nephews that I was around got an earache, I would use it for them, and it would always work for them as well. So hopefully she knows that little trick. It really does help. Sweet oil. Norman Karshner, please keep Norman Karshner in your prayers. Please keep Melly and Eric, my sister and her husband, in your prayers, and their kids. Happy early birthday, Gabe. My nephew Gabe, Melly's son, is going to be 11 years old tomorrow. Can you believe it? I can't believe he's going to be 11. So happy early birthday, Gabe. We love you. I know he won't see this, but I say it anyways. Please keep Melly and Eric in your prayers, and all the other kids. Melly and Eric's starting to have good things happen to them now. Melly's starting counseling, which is wonderful. Eric's trying his hardest to get a job. Please pray that Eric's able to get a job. And Melly and Eric's got a new vehicle now, and because they got 7 kids altogether. Melly's got 5 and Eric's got 2, and now that they're married, they've got 7 kids between them. So, and she's a great mom. She really is. So please keep them in your prayers. I love this notebook. I got it at the Dollar Tree. Sorry, my eyes watering. It does this every time I put makeup on. I'm very sensitive to stuff like that. I shouldn't have done it. Okay, our Bible reading today is in Mark. We're reading chapter 3, verses 7 through 30. And then I'll read a psalm and some Proverbs. And then I have 2 poems I want to read today. One I am dedicating to Sherm's mom, Patty, because it was her birthday the other day on the 16th of February. So I'm dedicating one of the poems to her. And then I'm reading another one for you guys to help in hard times. So let's get started with Mark. We'll be reading in the New International Version if you'd like to follow along. Jesus withdrew with his disciples to the lake, and a large crowd from Galilee followed. When they heard about all he was doing, many people came to him from Judea, Jerusalem, Idumea, and the regions across the Jordan and around Tyre and Sidon. Because of the crowd, he told his disciples to have a small boat ready for him, to keep the people from crowding him. For he had healed many, so that those with diseases were pushing forward to touch him. People could just touch Jesus, the people that were sick, and they would be healed, just by touching the edge of his cloak, the edge of his clothes. Remember the woman who had the bleeding disorder that was in the crowd that touched Jesus, and she was healed from her bleeding disorder that I believe was she had had for 12 years. And Jesus felt the power leave him, and he asked, "Who touched me?" But they're like, "There's people everywhere, you know. What do you mean, who touched you?" Probably several people. But he knew, and he knew that she had, and she came forward and told him. So, see that there? So they were pushing forward to touch him. Whenever the impure spirits saw him, they fell down before him and cried out, "You are the Son of God." But he gave them strict orders not to tell others about him. Jesus went up on a mountainside and called to him those he wanted, and they came to him. He appointed 12, that they might be with him, and that he might send them out to preach, and to have authority to drive out demons. These are the 12 he appointed: Simon, to whom he gave the name Peter; James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John. To them he gave the name Boanerges, which means son of thunder; Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James, son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, Simon the Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who would be the one to betray him here later on. Judas was the keeper of the funds. He was the keeper of the money that the disciples collected to help the poor. Judas was in charge of that. So you want to keep that in mind for later on. Then Jesus entered a house, and again a crowd gathered, so that he and his disciples were not even able to eat. When his family heard about this, they went to take charge of him, for they said, "He is out of his mind." And the teachers of the law who came down from Jerusalem said, "He is possessed by Beelzebul," another name for the devil. the Pharisees and the Sadducees, always harassing Jesus, could never leave him alone. But the devil does not drive out the devil, you know. Jesus does good. Jesus drives out demons. If Jesus was part of the devil, he couldn't drive out other demons because that'd be defeating the purpose. He tried to tell them this as well, but they never listened to him. By the prince of demons, he is driving out demons. See, they never listen. So Jesus called them over to him and began to speak to them in parables. How can Satan drive out Satan? If a kingdom is divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. If a house is divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan opposes himself and is divided, he cannot stand. His end has come. In fact, no one can enter a strong man's house without first tying him up. Then he can plunder the strong man's house. Truly, I tell you, people can be forgiven all their sins and every slander they utter. But whoever blasphemes against the Holy Spirit will never be forgiven. They are guilty of an eternal sin. He said this because they were saying, he has an impure spirit. Which you know is not true. Jesus is the Son of God. He is all pure. When Jesus says something, those demons obey. They will fall to their knees just like all of us will when we see Jesus. Every knee shall bow. Whether you want to or not, you will bow. Now our psalm is Psalm 37, verses 1 through 11. It is a psalm of David. You know, I love David's psalms. Do not fret because of those who are evil, or be envious of those who do wrong. For like the grass, they will soon wither. Like green plants, will soon die away. Trust in the Lord and be good. Dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture. Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him, and he will do this. He will make your righteous reward shine like the dawn, your vindication like the noonday sun. Be still before the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their wicked schemes. Refrain from anger and turn from wrath. Do not fret, it leads only to evil. For those who are evil will be destroyed, but those who hope in the Lord will inherit the land. A little while, and the wicked will be no more. Though you look for them, they will not be found. But the meek will inherit the land and enjoy peace and prosperity. And that was verses 1 through 11 from Psalm 37, a psalm of David. And our Proverbs is Proverbs chapter 10, verses 3 and 4. The Lord does not let the righteous go hungry, but he thwarts the cravings of the wicked. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Okay guys, that was our Bible reading. I hope it touched your guys' hearts. I got a couple poems to do, Sherm. So let's get started with the poems that I picked out here. Let me see. Which one is this? Sorry, I'm waiting on it to load. My computer's being crazy. Okay, I don't think that was the one. Let's see. Okay, this is the one. It's called Life Beyond. And it's the one that I wanted to dedicate to Sherm's mom, Patty, for her birthday. So let me read it. Life Beyond. I feel the warmth upon my face as I enter the land of God's good grace. Friends and loved ones gone before, waiting here beyond the door. With open arms they welcome me, amazement in my eyes they see. They look so well at their best, beauty beholds them, now they rest. I walk across the grass so green, the greenest grass I've ever seen. I jump and skip and bounce on air, it's almost like there's nothing there. A sky of blue, not a cloud in sight, perpetual day, no darkest night. Every flower is in full bloom, undefined colors of every hue. The streams and rivers crystal clear, no rubbish or decay found here. The sea is calm and tortoise blue, I long to test it, wouldn't you? The softest sand beneath my feet, at the water's edge where they both meet. The warmest waters gently flow, bathing me from head to toe. A city built of alabaster walls, where translucent light illuminates the halls. Theaters of music and concerts too, magnificent galleries for all to view. Amazing sights for me to see, I just wander in, there's no entrance fee. Libraries stacked with books galore, history, science, and many more. The celestial sun does forever shine, it's a perfect temperature all the time. Orchids here overflow with fruit, a taste in itself that is quite exquisite. I'm told it will help my soul to restore. Pick what I like, there is plenty more. This eternal plain is a pure delight. It's my new home, my God-given right. There is nothing here to cause me fear. The Lord protects within this sphere. An infinity of perfect peace from the toils of earth I am now released. I have landed on a higher realm in perfect harmony to forever dwell. So believe when I tell you, my dear friends, you cannot die. Life never ends. And that was Life Beyond. And this one, I just wanted to read to all of you guys. I thought it might help someone. It's called Created. When God created you, He knew what He would see. Someone that wasn't perfect, or in heaven you would be. He put you here on earth to lead this life you live, learning as you go, giving what you can give. He knew that you would stumble and sometimes even fall. He knew that you would suffer, and in Jesus Christ you'd call. Mistakes and bad decisions He knew you would make, to live and learn from them, sometimes more than you can take. He's had a plan for you from the very first day. Frustrating times will be, but soon you'll see His way. Love, hope, and faith, He'll give this all to you. Patience, please, my friend. How only if you knew the love you have inside you, all the good that you do. This does not go unnoticed, and He shall see it too. He'll carry you if He needs to, and hold you when you pray. He knows the pain you carry each and every day. What's brought you to your knees, some gave up on you. God will only keep around the ones that see it through. One day you will see what I've been telling you. The love that He's been saving, He created just for you. And that one is called Created. And that is for all of you. Okay guys, that was everything for today. I hope it touched your guys' hearts. I hope you guys enjoyed the Bible reading today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again soon with another Bible reading. Bye guys. God bless.